Addiction is a serious issue in today's world. It affects millions of people on a daily basis. You can mentally be addicted to anything, from video games to gambling to sex to driving a car. Literally, you can be addicted to anything mentally. Some people are more likely to become addicted to things simply because it's in their genes. They have addictive personalities, and usually those are the people that suffer the worst from addictions. Many people would think that drinks like coffee and soda are non-addictive, but the chemical CH10N4O2, otherwise known as caffeine, is actually one of the more addicting substances. But many people do not realize this, because it's just in their day-to-day life. They go to the store, they pick up a soda, and they drink it, not even thinking about it. But it's there, and it happens.
My name is David Kochmar. I am currently addicted to caffeine, particularly in the form of Mountain Dew. Probably a few years ago, when I realized if I was not drinking a certain amount, I would start getting some physical withdrawal symptoms if I wasn't getting the amount of caffeine that I wanted through the day.
What were those withdrawals?
Biggest is headache. So the one that you notice the most is headache, just a general jitter, sort of jitteriness, as well as just being a little bit more on edge, I guess, would be the three that I most notice.
Did your friends influence you with this at all?
No. This was, in fact, most people have tried very hard to influence me away from the amount of soda and away from caffeine. So, no, this was not a peer-pressured situation at all.
How do you feel when you have your Mountain Dew?
For better or worse, it is just sort of my normal. A certain amount of caffeine in my system. It is not even necessarily that I get sort of the stimulant caffeine rush from it. It just sort of keeps me online more than anything else anymore. So, yeah.
Wasn't usual. Is there a particular reason why you started drinking it?
I've always enjoyed Mountain Dew. I realize that I just tend to have sort of a little bit of being stuck on something. And so I think, as I have mentioned to you before, I used to smoke cigarettes. And so I think, in addition to just doing some of the like nicotine patch and nicotine gum to get off cigarettes, I found myself just drinking more soda. And then then just having the hardest time sort of weaning myself off of the soda once I was there. So
you just sort of had a transition from cigarettes to soda.
Yes, and a weird, because that's been about 7 or 8 years ago, and that was when about the same time I started teaching is when I told myself I didn't want to be smoking cigarettes. I wanted to be able to be honest with students that I didn't smoke cigarettes. And so I sort of made that transition of caffeine being the stimulant, for better or worse, that kept me sort of pushed instead of the nicotine, and just have never quite pulled away from the caffeine.
Substances that you can be physically addicted to, like caffeine, nicotine, painkillers, crack cocaine, heroin, all of those substances you will feel withdrawal symptoms from.
My name is Peter Guillory.
What are you addicted to?
I am addicted to cigarettes.
When did you first notice you were addicted?
I noticed that I was addicted to cigarettes when I started working at Now 2 years ago.
How old were you at the time?
I was 17 years old when I started smoking.
Did your friends or the people around you influence you?
I would say that my friends and colleagues did not.
How do you feel when you're smoking a cigarette?
I feel uninterrupted, happy, like I can actually get up and go do something. Makes my day go along right.
How do you feel when you go a while without your cigarette?
When I don't have a cigarette, I start getting tingle in my teeth, get really antsy, can't stop moving, get really angry. And altogether, it's just not right.
Would you say it's had a negative or a positive effect on your life?
At this point in time, I feel that cigarettes are a positive thing for me because it helps me get to work.
Why did you start smoking cigarettes?
I think I started smoking cigarettes because I started having a job and it started becoming really stressful. Since I got a break, might as well go smoke my break and feel awesome.
Alright.
When a mother is pregnant with a child, every time she hits a cigarette, the child's heart stops beating for just that 1 second. And not only that, but when a mother smokes when she's pregnant with a child, that child is more likely to become, or more susceptible to becoming addicted to cigarettes earlier on in life, and it takes a lot less for that child to become addicted.